What is up, investors and traders? Tonight I'm going to go over Titanvest and how I've made nearly $2,000 without doing any work at all on my end. So starting off, here is my account, right? I'm at $11,846.05. My initial investment was $10,000. I put 25%, $2,500 into Flagship. I put 75%, $7,500 into opportunities. It's been about a month and a week since my initial investment. You can see here it's been nearly $2,000 returned so far, and we'll see how this continues. But the market has been on a good run. We're starting to break out of a range, things like that. So that's why it's already doing so well. I'm not always going to be getting 20% every month, right? That would just be ridiculous. But given the market circumstances, I've been able to have a nice portfolio so far, and the returns have been very good representing the market. Now, what is Titanvest? Titanvest essentially is just like an index fund, Vanguard, ETFs, etc. They're going to track the market, aim to outperform the market in the long run. That's their primary goal, right? To basically pick stocks that are going to perform in the long run, that beat out the S&P 500, the Russell, etc. So Flagship that I have here, this one basically likes to track large cap stocks. Its benchmark is the S&P 500, aims to outperform 3 to 5 years. That's why I'm not too worried about this, because it is about market pace right now. It's a little bit better than the S&P 500, but not by a lot. But over 3 to 5 years, I'm sure that'll turn around, and we'll see how it goes. Opportunities, its benchmark is the Russell. These are small cap stocks they're going to be tracking, and this has actually been able to beat the Russell pretty well so far. This one's at 22% on that. Let's kind of go over the strategies here that Titanvest shows you on their website and what they like to do with your money. So Titan Flagship, like I said, is a large cap. They're going to be focused on U.S. stocks only, just like their opportunities fund, U.S. stocks only. And their benchmark is the S&P 500, right? So they've been around since 2018 with this one, and the track record is right here. You can see that first year they're about down 7%, S&P down 6.1%. So they were actually worse than the S&P 500 that first year coming out. Then 2019 they were 33.7% return, and the S&P was 31.5%, about similar, right? Now here's where it gets interesting. 2020 so far, S&P is nearly, just above break even. Titanvest is 20% return on the flagship funds. That's pretty impressive to see that of this year so far. Now going back to this site, opportunities, like I said, small cap, US only focused, and these are going to be benchmarked with the Russell 2000. Can they outperform the Russell? Their goal is 3 to 5 years, just like the flagship account. And they just had inception very recently. It was just a couple months ago in August that they had inception. So this is a newer fund that they have. And I want to talk about why I chose my allocation. Why did I do 2,500 flagship, 7,500 opportunities when the opportunities fund is newer and doesn't have much of a track record to show me? Well, simply put, if you don't know me or haven't seen my channel, I mainly trade, right? I like to trade futures, occasionally options, and I do invest most of my income into stocks. That's what my business is, right? My business is simply looking at the market and identifying good entries, good exits. So a lot of the profits that I make with what I do, I send back into the market to invest. Now, most of my account is in large cap stocks. So to me, putting more money into something like that with Flagship didn't necessarily make sense, because I already have so much involved and invested with large cap stocks. I don't have many small cap stocks, so I figured I would put more into opportunities and give me that more diversified portfolio for myself. Now everybody's different, right? I think if you're more conservative with your investing and just want to have a simple fund, I think Flagship is a great way to go, just because that's going to benchmark the S&P 500. The Russell, I don't want to say it's more risky, but you're dealing with these small cap stocks that tend to be newer. They don't have that much of a history, and therefore can be a little bit more of a risk, right? So you just want to be careful with your capital if you're getting involved in this. But to me, I did 2,500 flagship, 7,500 opportunities, and here I am sitting at nearly $2,000 in return so far. Now, shorting, this is one of their competitive advantages, guys. They hedge their positions when the market starts to rotate lower, right? So they can notice when the market's going to rotate lower, is rotating lower, and they'll put a hedge on, depending on what your market preference or what your investor preferences are, right? They're going to ask you some questions when you make your account, and then they base your answers of those questions as to how they should manage your money. Okay, so for me, I believe I'm on the aggressive investor profile or something like that. So 5% of my account will be hedged when we start to see that rotation lower. And so that's a competitive advantage, because not many other funds actually do that. Okay, and so that's going to help you, protect against losses. You can see that in the returns, right? In 2020, we saw they're up 20%. S&P is about 2%. Okay, so that's going to show you right there that their hedges are actually helping them out over the course of time here with their investments. Now, their other competitive advantage is that they're actively managing their positions. If they see something better, they're going to take that over what they have. An example of that is that they had CRM. I can never remember the name of the company, but CRM, they recently took that one off and they put their investors into Shopify instead. So they're always looking to see what the better play is and managing their money that way. So you can go to their website and you'll see all this information here. But one thing I did want to show you guys is that their performance fee, nothing, zero. Their fees are, if you have 10 grand or more in your account like I do, this is why I chose 10 grand to be honest, it's 1% every year that they are going to take from you of their fees. If you have less than 10 grand, it's $5 a month. That can add up if you don't have necessarily at least a couple grand to invest. Then, if you only invest $100, which is what their minimum is, you're going to be spending $60 a year to be investing, which is quite a lot. So I don't think I would do that. But if you have 10 grand or so, 1% for the year is not bad at all. And if you get people to sign up with your referral, then you end up, after 4 referrals, you end up paying nothing in fees, which is pretty remarkable because they are newer. They want to get their name out there. Now, their research is really cool. This is what I wanted to show you guys as well. If you go to their website, you can find their research, and they talk about in these articles stocks they're looking at, positions they're going to manage, etc. And it's really cool to just look at that because from a trader perspective, I like to see what other people are thinking and kind of see if what I'm seeing on the charts lines up with people and what they see in the fundamentals and stuff like that. Okay, so that's pretty much there. And then we have the opportunities. I didn't show you guys this. This is the opportunities. Basically, their performance so far. Like I said, they're new. They're from August. But year to date, 5%. And the Russell is minus 2.7% so far. So they are beating out the Russell pretty well. But it is very new, and we'll see how things go from here. Now, what I did want to show you guys as well is my account from the app. I always look at the app, not the website, because the app is just a little bit more clean. But you can see here, this is the account. You can see it's the same as the screenshot that I took, right? 11,846.05, Flagship, and opportunities. Now, if I go to the 1 month and show you guys this, right? This is about just 1 month. Like I said, I've had this for, it says all time on the screenshot, right? It says all time right here. I've had this for about a month and a week or so, maybe a little bit less, about nearly 19%, 20%. If you go to the 1 month mark, you can see that Flagship is actually 10% and opportunities is 25%. The Flagship is pretty much on par with the market. Opportunities is actually beating the Russell 2000 with that monthly return. Okay, so it's really cool to see that. And again, I didn't have to do anything for this. I have my own investments, obviously, and that's great too. But I do have to look at those every now and then and manage them and see what I have to do with that. Take profits or leave them on, cut losses to a different position, take profits to add to a different position, etc. The list goes on. There's plenty of things that I have to do on my end when I'm investing. This is a way to just kind of let them play with it, and really I wanted to see how they did. So I threw them $10,000 a month and a week ago, like I said, and I've already gotten nearly $2,000 in return so far. I'm not going to be withdrawing this, right? I want to grow this account, let it run, and see how it goes. See if it's a really good opportunity for me to get involved, or if this is just something that's going to basically be as good as the market, or maybe even worse. Who really knows? They're really new, so we'll see. But that's basically all I got here for the Titanvest. But if you are interested in getting Titanvest or asking questions, reach out to me, ask questions. I'll definitely answer you back. And I'm going to put the referral code in the link. You can use that to get 0.25% off your 1% fees, right? So if you sign up and the fees are 1%, we each get 0.25% off. So we'll only be paying 0.75 on our fees, or sorry, on our investments instead of the full 1%. We'll get a quarter point off the 1%. So if you like the video, please like it. If you like the content, please subscribe. I post a lot about trading, and now I'm going to do more investing as well because I realize how uneducated some people are in the long run with financials. So I'm going to be posting more about that as well. But hopefully this helps in some way, and it's really exciting to get started with this. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks for checking it out.